we would escalate. That's the word. We would escalate it. I was like, oh, escalation makes sense. I mean, it means like they're going to AC me up. I should be fine. I should get it in a week. That's grand. That's okay. It wasn't okay. Their escalation meant they just kept opening cases for me, copying someone, trying to gain traction that wasn't there. It seemed to me like nothing was going to move. That mountain is literally going to stand there. Then I realized, oh my God, we have a problem. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On this episode, I'm going to be sharing something very personal, really personal, and quite traumatic and devastating at the same time. You know how unplanned interruptions and uncertainty can quite affect your plan to travel or the plan to do something. And in my case, it was the plan to actually travel. It was quite difficult for me wrapping my head around the fact that I planned my trip since January and I'm embarking on this trip in April. I'd applied for my visas, I'd done everything, and my passport was nowhere to be found. Now, it wasn't lost. It wasn't lost. It was with me. I posted this passport to the UK for my Singapore visa. Like I said in my previous videos, you have to apply for your Singaporean visa in this visa submission center or in the Singapore High Commission. I did that, easy peasy, that was fine. And then I authorized my friend to take my passport to the visa application center and send it back to me by postage. All of a sudden, there was a situation that we couldn't comprehend, a situation we couldn't wrap our head around, a situation that was actually frightening because I was scared. I was scared I might have lost something that was very important to me as a traveler. My passport is important to me. It is to me like my achievements, my answered prayers. Seeing the world doesn't come cheap. I work hard, I save my money, I am back on these trips, I come back with these memories, I cherish them for life. And this is an evidence of all of those things, aside from the pictures and the videos that that are also very beautiful. And that was almost taken away from me, if you understand what I mean. And it dawned on me like, wait, what if it's missing? You're not careless, but wait, what if this is completely out of your control? It really was. So on this fateful day, my friend in the UK, Tosin, took my passport to the VFS. We applied for the visa, it was granted, and my passport was returned to Tosin. And Tosin had sent it to me with FedEx. Tosin showed me pictures of the confirmation, and that was fine. I was meant to expect my passport in say less than 4 days. Tosin sent it on Tuesday. I was supposed to get it on Friday. I kept tracking. It says delayed. You get it on Monday. Fair enough. That's not a bother. It's still 3 weeks. It's still almost 4 weeks to my trip. That's okay. That's perfect. On Monday, I checked the tracking. At 9 p.m., it says deliver between morning to 9 p.m. Nothing happened. Nothing moved. I was like, what's the story? What's going on here? I wasn't panicking yet because it could come the next day. And the next day on Tuesday, I checked it. I checked the tracking and it says delayed. Custom in clearance. I said custom in clearance. Okay, custom in clearance. And it was there. Custom in clearance from the 22nd of April till the day I collected that passport. It didn't move. It was not tracked. Backwards to when I realized there was a problem was when I realized the tracking wasn't moving. I wasn't getting any update as I should. I became worried. I called Tosin. Could you please check with FedEx in the UK? What's the story? My passport is not here yet. It's not in Ireland, so I can't contact FedEx in Ireland. I need you to help me do something about it from your end, because it makes sense as a shipper to do it from your end before I intervene. And lo and behold, by Thursday, we realized there was a big problem. Tosin had reached out to the customer care a couple of times. They kept saying, oh, custom in clearance, we don't know when it will be ready, we don't know when it will be released. What do you mean custom in clearance? What do you mean you don't know when it will be released? This is a travel document. This is not some piece of paper. This is a travel passport. This is my residency permit card. It had a couple of other documents in it. These are travel documents, and it was disclosed on the day my passport was posted. They were like, oh, we would escalate. That's the word. We would escalate it. I was like, oh, escalation. Escalation makes sense. I mean, it means like they're going to hasten it up. I should be fine. I should get it in a week. That's grand. That's okay. It wasn't okay. Their escalation meant they just kept opening cases for me, copying someone, trying to gain traction that wasn't there. It seemed to me like nothing was going to move. That mountain is literally going to stand there. Then I realized, oh my God, we have a problem. I called Tosin. I said, Tosin, you would have to be calling these people like literally 10 times a day. We need to shake that place. I would do the same in Ireland. I'm going to go to their office, which I did, and I met this lovely lady that was so empathetic. She raised the case as well for me. She opened the case up. I was like, okay, what's up with all these cases? What's up with all these escalations? When do I get updates? I need updates. Guys, these are my travel documents. Apparently, travel document to other people is just a piece of paper. Some people don't even see their passports in say months. I see mine pretty much every month because I go places every other month. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I need this thing. And then Tosin was like, I'm trying, I'm calling, I'm this, I'm that. Then we went back to that tracking, and then we saw he had only moved from where Tosin had posted that passport to a hub. It had not gone far. It had gone probably just 2 hours away from where he had posted it. I was like, what's going on here? This thing has not left UK. Neither is it in Ireland, nor in the skies, nor on the road. This thing is just there in Dartford. Where is Dartford? What the hell is? I was like, God. We were like, calm down. Then we were like, okay. When I'd gone to FedEx in Ireland, the lady went online and printed out like the entire movement of my package, and she was like, oh, it's here. I said, yeah. I can see it's there. Where is there? Where is Dartford? She was like, oh, it's a hub in the UK. And trust me, FBI, I went on YouTube, I went on internet to see what FedEx Dartford hub looked like. Oh my God. It was like a mini village. It was massive. A massive construction with manifest, where they do logistic things. You see the belts rolling, you see the package moving right, left side. I was like, my package is so tiny that it could get missing. It could be stolen. It could be tossed away. I cried, guys. I'm not joking. I had sleepless nights. I prayed, I fasted. I couldn't even sleep. It dawned on me that, girl, see, this trip you're going for, this Southeast Asia, you're really so excited to go, might not happen. Not only might it not happen, I think that's like the least of my problem as at then, because this was important to me. I told my mom, I said, Mom, do you think it's lost? Do you think it's missing? Do you think it's stolen? She was like, relax, we'll pray about it. We'll fast about it. It should be okay. I said, Mommy, that's my evidence of anything, Mommy. That is where that is what I see. That is what I smile whenever I remember all the things. That's where my US visa is. That's where all my... Mommy, she was like, relax. I called Tosin. I said, Tosin, I can't sleep. I had a bad dream. I think it's missing. I think it's lost. He was like, relax. Now, back to Dartford. Tosin went, he took a day off work, okay? Went to the place he had posted that passport. He was there the whole day. Tosin literally didn't move an inch. He was there telling them, I posted this thing here since the 19th of April. This thing, where is it? It's not coming out. We can't find it. And the manager says, oh, and we will try, we will this. All along, what we needed is simple. Okay, this is a situation we know. We are going to investigate. We are going to find it out. We are going to reach out to someone at the depot, which is Dartford, to look for this passport for you, and we're going to contact you. We're going to let you know what the story is. They didn't do that. All along, the customer care, I'm sure we must have emailed about 20 people. We copied everybody before we copied everybody. They told us, they said, your passport is with the customs. I was like, what? Customs? What do you mean my passport is with customs? This is not contraband. This is not illegal. It's not illegal to post your travel documents. It's not. They were like, it's a random check. I said, so out of all the documents that you guys ship, they unpicked mine and they randomly sampled it, and it's still with them. Is that what you're trying to tell me? They were like, yes, it's with the regulatory body. I was like, regulatory body? What do you mean regulatory body? They said UK customs and UK custom force, UK border force, and they said something else again. I can't remember. Anyway, Tosi called UK border force, UK custom control, whatever their name is. They said, no, we don't operate like that. We don't unpick things. Everything we do is on the system, literally on the system. And from your tracking number, from your package movement number, there was an abbreviation for that. I can't remember. We can't even see anything there. So get back to FedEx. Tell them to do their due diligence and look for your package, because it's not with us. If it's with us, we would gladly tell you what the story is. We would gladly let you know what the problem is. And don't forget, this was like early March. See, the problem, we had realized there was a problem since like the 20th or 25th of March, and this was in early April. My trip was only like a week away max. I was like, we have a trip planned. This is my travel itinerary. This is my ticket purchased and bought. This is my hotel this is my that. Copied everybody. We copied everybody at FedEx, FedEx Ireland, FedEx UK, FedEx Europe. We copied UK border force. We copied Irish border force. We copied we copied everyone possible in that email. And someone came back and said, "Oh, your package has been cleared." We were like, "What does this mean? Your package has been cleared?" But the tracking is not moving. The tracking is not moving. I just need the tracking to move, so I know that this thing is moving. I have a trip. I have a plan this. I have a plan that. So back to where Tosin had posted that package. They came back and said, someone just looked at him. Someone said, "Oh, you've been here all day. What do you need? You need this, you need that. Don't worry. I'll get you a number of someone at Dartford." And that was where we started getting clarity. Now, this is off the books. It should be FedEx that should reach out to their own staff, not a customer busting their head and racking their head on how to survive with them and how to get what belongs to them out of their custody, because it was literally in their custody, lying there fallow. Nothing was done. It wasn't scanned. It wasn't being moved. It wasn't being posted. There was no end light at the end of that tunnel. And I didn't know when I would have gotten a passport if I did nothing about it, or if Tosin had done nothing about it. So Tosin reached out to Dartford, and out of all the hula baloo, he spoke to a beautiful, lovely lady. I'll keep her name private. I'll keep her name just for GDPR reasons. And she was like, "Oh, you've got a travel plan. Give me the travel tracking number. What's the name of the shipper? What's the name of the receiver? Leave this with me. I will come back to you." And "leave this with me, I will come back to you" meant like everything to me when I heard it. Because at that time, I was losing my mind. At that time, I was getting lean, okay? From thinking, from praying, from bothering, from wondering, from imagining how I would pay for a postage, and my postage will not arrive in due time in Europe, in due time. I was like, okay, we are getting clarity, we're getting there, we're getting somewhere. At least now we can speak with someone at that fort where this thing is on the ground. So she said, call me the next day at so time. Tosin did, of course. Called her, she was like, I haven't found it. I can't find it. What do you mean you can't find it? Okay, is it missing? Is it lost? Is it stolen? What is it? Could you please tell me what the story is? She said, I'll keep searching. And at this time, my prayer level was like this. My fasting level was like over the roof. I didn't do anything but to pray, to fast, to do whatever I could. See, the trip to Southeast Asia was not even a bother. I was planning, okay, I would just call Qatar Airways. I would just let them know what my situation is at least a few days before the flight, and let them know, okay, I can't make this. Would you give me my refund as a voucher, so that at least I don't lose, all the money I paid. I was just racking my head. Okay, what other attractions have I booked in advance? Can I get a refund? I was just trying to cover that tract. And on the other side, I was still keeping my hope alive, and juggling that two side of the divide was like I was trying to catch something that was almost slipping, and I was actually trying to hold on to something that was in existence. So Tosin called her like the third day, and this is me bothering Tosin like every second. How far? What's the story? Before then, on that fateful Saturday, I called Irish Border Force. I called Irish Port Authorities. I called Irish immigration, okay? I just wanted to, okay, this is Ireland. Could you do anything for me? They were like, we'll be happy to do anything for you, but it's not here. It's not in Ireland, it's still in the UK. The man I spoke with was Nigerian. He was like, I'm afraid to say, but based on this situation, it might be missing, it might be stolen, or it might be lost. You might want to take a legal suit. I was like, legal what? Oh God, now this is not how. This is not the plan. I was like, no God, this is not the plan. I would never use my money to service negativity. You've given me the grace to travel. You've given me the opportunity to see the world. I'll leave it just like that. I leave everything at your feet. I'm not going to do anything legal. So we closed that case. No legal. Let's keep our hopes alive. Let's keep the faith alive. And so on Monday, Tosin called Dartford to speak with the lady, and she was like, no. She literally actually sent us an email. She said, I have located this shipment. I have it in my hands, and I would personally post it to you. That was like the climax of everything. And that was when we realized, all of us, because we were like a tribe of people now. My mom, Tosin, my pastor, okay? My friend, Mimi. And she said, I would personally post this to you. And to think that I thought they would fly, they would cargo things. No, it was by trailer, by truck, from UK to Ireland. That was a hell of a journey. And that was a Monday. I was meant to travel on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. See, before Monday, I lost hope on that trip. Like, you know what? I just want my passport. I'll rebook. Tosin, you have to go alone. You'll be fine. It's going to be our first time in Asia for both of us, but I'm sure you would hit the ground running, and it shouldn't be a bother. But that was not the initial plan. So it was troubling. Like, I don't want to go alone. You don't want to go alone. That's why we're embarking on this trip together in the first place. You know, there was a lot of emotional struggles that we were going through as an individual with the plan that we had set in motion. And at that stage, we just had to leave everything to God. Like, God, let your will be done. Now, what happened next? The lady in Dartford said, I would post it. I would send this personally to you with our truck coming to Ireland tomorrow. That was Tuesday. I said, oh wow, tomorrow, Tuesday. So if it comes to Ireland on Wednesday, that's fine, right? No. Okay, she's sending it on Monday. If it comes to Ireland by Tuesday, we are perfect. Then I can plan the trip. Then I don't have to cancel the flight. That's good. We kept our hopes alive. And something happened. If you know Irish and UK weather so very much, you know it's bipolar. I told you they drive from the trucks will drive from Dartford, that's in the UK, to a place called Holyhead, and then Holyhead they would have to converge into a ferry to Ireland, and that takes hours. So she said, by the way, I'd gone to FedEx in Ireland. Oh, what a wonderful people. They were on my case. They were like, girl, we know, everyone knows you are looking for this. We've seen emails all over. We are on a manhunt. Once that trailer gets here, we would offload it immediately and we'll fetch your passport. I was like, thank you so much. And mind you, I'd gone on social media, like, I'm not in the habit of trolling, I'm not in the habit of, putting out reviews and stuff. I was like, I need answers. I need help. I'd given all the customer service. They were not forthcoming. They were only saying we've escalated. Oh, they even came back to me and they said, it's now with the non-regulatory agency. So what do you mean by regulatory agency? Non-regulatory agency? What do you mean? If you have customs in your office, I don't know what you do, I don't know what your logistics operation is. It's not my business to know how you run your thing. I just need my document in due course. They was like, it's undergoing start 55. By the way, if anybody know what 65 means, I would like you to drop it in the comment because I have no idea. What does regulatory agency, non-regulatory agency, start 55 on a passport, on something that was disclosed, was signed against? It didn't make sense to me. It was just like, you know what, this thing is missing. Let's buy time to look for it and push that out there. I still don't understand that. Now back to the ferry issue, back to the trailer. They came from the UK to Ireland, but on that day, on fateful day, by the way, my temperature was like this, my BP was like this, literally. Cousin's BP was like over the roof. My friend, everybody. And then they said, oh, due to bad weather, they will be held up there in Holyhead. And we don't know when they would get moving again to come to Ireland. Said, it's over. It is over. And this was Wednesday. This was Tuesday, guys. My flight was Thursday morning. I'd not packed my bags because what's the point of packing your bags when you're not sure of what the story is? I was working. My work was so busy. I didn't even know how I got by. I told my work colleague, I was like, girl, I'm going through this and that. Cut me some slack if I can't remember what you just said or what you're trying to pass across to me. She was like, take it easy, you'll be fine. I said, I'll be fine. I just see at this stage I just want my travel passport. I don't care about anything else, But on the other hand, there was still something in me that said, just keep hoping. Tosin was like, just keep hoping. You sound terrible. You sound tired. You sound weak. I said, I am weak. I am terrible. I am tired. I am exhausted. I am boomed out. Now, apparently, the trailer we had thought was coming to Ireland was not the right trailer. That one had not left Dartford. Now, this was Wednesday. She said, I will come back to you. The weather is really bad. I don't know what to do. And I know you have a trip tomorrow. I will see what I can do. So we were chasing trailer. We were chasing the weather. We were chasing people in Ireland who would offload the truck. We were chasing everything traceable. Now this is not funny because now I'm glad now that I'm happy. I'm glad now that I made this trip, but it was a dark time. That 3 weeks of my life went like, if you know what I mean. Now, that Wednesday night at 2 a.m. in the morning, I drove to my friend's house, my closest friend. I was like, girl, get into the car. We are heading to FedEx and we are waiting for that trailer to arrive. Once it arrives, we will offload it if we need to. We just need to get that passport out of there. She was like, I'm in. Pick me up. Let's go. 2 a.m. We got there. We waited. The depot manager said, I'm sorry, ladies. The weather was bad. The trailers are not here. Would you come tomorrow noon? Some trailers that would be here in the morning, we will offload before. I was like, he was like, do you know the trailer number? We're like, trailer number? Oh God, what do you mean trailer number? My flight is tomorrow. What do you mean trailer number? What about these trailers? Where are they coming from? Yeah, they're coming from the UK, but there are loads of trailers. We need to know the trailer number. Okay, let's go home. Tosin, could you please confirm the trailer number so we could pick it up tomorrow if the trailer ever arrives? Tosin said, that's fine. I will do that first thing in the morning. Thank you. God bless. I dropped my bestie at home. I went back home. I couldn't sleep because I was back home like 3 a.m. I had to wake up. I literally didn't sleep. I was like, God, if this is your will, come through for me. Even at the 11th hour, come through. I'd not packed my bags. I've not done anything. Tosin was like, Tosin and my best friend, like, pack your bags. Get them ready. Whatever would happen will happen. I said, yes, I know. I just do not have the strength to just imagine that this is lost. See, I don't see that flight. All of you will contribute money for me. I don't care. I'm going to tax you all. But you see this, no one can replace this for me except God. But in this occasion, with all these stamps, with all this money, with all this investment, I called. Tosin called me in the morning, gave me the number. I sent it to the depot manager. Was like, saying I would let you know when to come. I was like, that's fine. What time do you think I should be coming? Because my flight is 8 a.m. and this is 1 p.m. today, 8 a.m. tomorrow. It was like, come around 5. I said, okay. I'm just gonna finish my work from home and come around 5. And when I got there around 5, in fact, I didn't know how I drove there. I was just like, okay, God, just take the wheel. Your girl is tired. If I get there and my passport isn't there, I probably will just check in into the next emergency. Because the stress and emotional trauma was intense. Now when I got there, guess what they said? I promise you, I've been waiting for the trailer. The trailer is here, but we can't find it. What do you mean you can't find it? This is 6 p.m. on Wednesday. My trip is stated for 8 a.m. on Thursday morning. Help me make sense of this. It was so about 4 guys came. They were like, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm not okay." I said, "Do you need water?" "I don't need water. Can I check the trailer? Can I join you?" They said, "We've been on a manhunt for this. We've heard about this all over. We have seen your emails. We know what you're looking for, and we know how important it is to you." FedEx Islands, thank you so much. Belgrade, FedEx Island, Belgrade, you guys are amazing. They were like, we would do our last. The driver is here. The blah 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 is here, and I just said, God, please help me. And within that split second, someone just came running to me and said, "I found it! I found it! I found it!" I found it was like, "You've made it! You've made it! You've made it!" I just went on my knees there. They opened the passport up. I was shaking. I saw my documents. I said, "This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it." I just did not even know how I held it so much to even drive there. In retrospect, I shouldn't have, because the tension was so intense. I called Tosin right there and there. "I've seen it. They've seen it. That's okay. Great. Leave. Go and pack your bags. Go and do this." I said, "I will. I just need to take a minute. I just need to take a minute." And the essence of this old fiasco was quite daunting, because we plan, but sometimes there is another plan. Sometimes we set things in motion, but we don't know how far they could go. And sometimes we're so prone to check that we don't leave that gap for unforeseen circumstances like this. I wouldn't have made it to Malaysia or Singapore if this passport wasn't here. But at the 11th hour, that passport showed up. And I really want to thank my friend Tosin, because literally he had it up to here. My friend Mimi, oh God, she's amazing. My mom, my friends, everyone, I want to say a big thank you for helping me through that phase. Because as a traveler, that was the most devastating, traumatic travel experience I ever encountered. To think that what I go everywhere with was probably never going to be. I probably wouldn't have seen it again, and I would have had to go through the route of getting a new passport, starting afresh. There's nothing like memories, and they're all here. They're all in the 2 other previous ones, but this one in particular. The lady in Dartford, you are amazing. FedEx Island, you are amazing. And yeah, I made it. I made it here. I made it. I didn't have to cancel my flight. I didn't have to cancel my trip. I didn't have to cancel my annual leave. I didn't have to cancel anything. It worked out well at the end. And I made it to the airport. I made it here. And I'm just grateful for the gift of life. So, if you've ever faced anything as close to this as possible when it comes to traveling, or pretty much, let me keep it concise, travel. What has been your greatest travel disappointment, or what has been your greatest travel situation that you couldn't even comprehend, and that was completely out of your control? I'd like to know. Would you kindly just let me know in the comment section, so we could just rub minds and see how traumatic these things are, and how we go through them, and how we keep our hopes alive, and it's part of life, I guess. So that's it for me for this video. This episode has been a very personal one, and it's been a painful adventure, but I'm glad it all worked out and it was all worth it at the end. I said in my previous video, I have a group trip coming up next year to Singapore and Malaysia. If you're happy to come along, drop me a comment and I will personally reach out to you, or you can just send me an email. Check my contacts in the description box below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this long video, and I really hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you again in my future videos. Love you.